Welcome to grido. My name is Aluku. I'm the creator of this web-based software. Inspiration, I drew it from Canva and many other graphic design softwares. So you have wondered how people create such impressions or such graphics. This is just part of the things that you can do within the grido software. But apart from that, you can as well do the image editing, you can do the logo designs and many other graphic related tasks. So to get started, you should just type grido.com. That is the URL. Then it's going to lead you to this simple web page. So this I created as well using the grido itself. Then I just used it as of course the background for the homepage. So you just click continue, then it takes you to the dashboard. That is if you're logged in. But if you're not signed in yet, let me just go back to the home page. So if I click on continue, it's going to take me to the sign in page. Of course, the authentication works. We have the sign in, we have the forget password, where you're going to put the email that you used to register or you've registered in your account. And after that, it's going to send a link. Then you'll open that link to reset your password. Of course, if you're new, you don't have an account, then you'll just sign up here. You add your name, then the email address, and of course, password, and then confirm your password. As simple as that. So I'm just going to sign in again. And that is going to take me to the dashboard, which is going to list all the projects that I've been working on. So from here, I can open the existing project like this one here. But let me just go back and create a new project. So when you click on new project, it's going to take you to this page whereby you have different varieties of the canvas. You can choose any canvas that you want from the provisions that we have here, or you can as well just create a custom canvas in terms of dimension, or you can use these other buttons at the top. So this is still in development, but most of the features are working. So let me just showcase the ability of this software to create such an image from scratch. The shapes, the colors in the background, playing around with it. So I'll just go back to the browser and I'm going to use an Instagram post canvas like this one. So we have the main canvas here. We can play with its colors. So I don't want to dwell on it so much. I will create a complete tutorial that is going to touch on every aspect of this software. But for now, I'll just drag a shape. So I click on rectangle, and that is going to add the rectangle here. So you can hold and drag around. You can scale using the corner, or you can increase the length and with it using those other parts. There are many other things you can do to this rectangle. So if you right click on it, you can bring it forward. If we had other shapes, you can take it back. That is in relation to other shapes that are available in the canvas. Apart from that, you can as well just turn this into organic shape by clicking on the edit nodes. So you're able to add many vertices. So for example, at the bottom, so when I approach the edge, you see the cursor changes. So when the cursor changes, I can just click to create a vertex. So let me showcase that. See, I've created 3 vertices. Then if I can hold the vertex and just drag around to adjust the shape, like that. Apart from that, I can as well just select a vertex and smoothen it so that we have a curve, a smooth curve like that. Then when I drag it around, it's going to drag it smoothly. So those are just some of the things that we can do, but in the detailed video that I'm going to explain everything you can do to this shape. So I'll just do the Control Z to go back to where I started, like that. Then I'm going to drag, increase this shape all the way so that it covers my whole canvas, like that. Then we have the editing of the properties of the shape on the right. So the left is the menu, then the right is the properties of the shape. So we have different fields, or you can call them colors or background colors. We have the solid color, whereby you have a uniform color of the shape. But of course you can adjust that by just clicking on the color. Then we have this color editor. So we can slide around different colors that we want. Apart from that, we can do the hex code, which is this one, the RGB. We can also do the HCL colors. And of course, just edit them like that. But I'll just use the slider for now, like that. And that is the solid color. We also have linear gradients, so you can have different colors in a linear form. Let me just change this so that it's highly contrasting. See that? Then you can adjust the angle of the linear gradient using this slider. So apart from the linear gradient, maybe before I move to the radial, for the linear gradient, you can, of course, have up to 5 colors by just adding the stop color in that. So we have the 5, and you can just modify them to suit your interest. And then see that we have all these colors. But if you're not happy with this, the number of colors that you've added, of course, you can reduce by just removing them. You cannot have less than 2 linear gradient or linear gradient colors, so we cannot remove more than this. Apart from linear, we have the radial gradient, which you can as well have more than 2, up to 5. Then you can remove the ones that you don't want. Apart from the radial, we can also do the organic, so they don't follow a specific pattern. You can just see what is happening here. So if I make this like black, see what is happening. Now, it has an interesting feature here, which is the editing of nodes. So if I click the edit node, I can just create random patches here. So currently you can see that it's showing us the patch for the purple, then the patch for the black, and this patch for the bluish one. This is a bit heavy on the graphic, but I just have a simple PC, so it will work in your PC as well. So if I want to create random patches of this purple, like on the black section, I'll just click outside the circle, then it's going to create it there. See, I can move the black around. You can as well just click on the black so that I can increase its strength by having two patches. Then I can drag around those patches like that. See what I'm creating now. And if you're not happy with what you've created, like you have a lot of black and you want to reduce them, then just drag your mouse over the circle, then right click, and that is going to be removed. So it's helping you to revert or undo what you've done. So the right click is going to remove that. You can see what we are remaining with. So once you are contented and you want to save these changes, you just click on this button, the black one. It's not much visible. I'll fix that. So when you click on it, left click, then it's going to persist these changes. Now it just turns back to a rectangle. So there's no editing of the patches again. But of course, if you click on this color and try to adjust it, so anywhere it has been added is going to be changing. So let me edit the blue towards the green section. You see that it's changing like that. Then let me re-edit this so that we have something similar to this image. So we have a black here, then we have the greens towards the center and all that. I'll just adjust this a bit. I'll click on it and drag it towards the end and towards the green. Then I will as well just do the seeding so that I add more values of green here, like that. I'll also add it at the center. I think I have created more. I'll just right click to reduce. I will click on the black so that I have more black, maybe at that part. Let me just right click to remove that. I'll right click to remove what I have also accidentally created. I'll just move that black there. Then I'll click on the purple again, just to increase the patches for the purple, maybe toward that section. So I think I'm happy with this. I'll just click done here, and that is the pattern that we have. So other features that we have is the 3D shapes. Of course, you can click on the torus, and that torus is going to be added into the canvas. Then its properties will be activated on the right hand side. So we can reduce or adjust the opacity or the transparency of this. Apart from that, we can bring out or show the metallic feature. So when you make it more metallic, then it's going to be very shiny. Or the roughness, so it's going to absorb a lot of light. Then apart from that, we can do the rotation of this shape so that we can see the other side. So we can rotate it along the x-axis or the y-axis or the z-axis. So when you rotate along the z-axis, it's just going to rotate the circle along the center, the radius. So it's going to follow its arc. Then of course we have the lighting. So where the light is going to hit the 3D shape on the left, right, top, and bottom. So we have the x-axis, the y, and the z as well. Of course, the scaling, just like the 2D shapes, we use this rectangle. And if we want to deform it, we just use this. Or we use the sides to deform the shape. There are a lot of things you can do to this shape. You can edit it in the 3D editor, but it's not necessary for now, because you see that I have that option at the top right. So what I'm going to do is to work on the colors for this 3D shape. I'll just switch to linear gradient, and you see how it behaves. So if I use a different contrasting color, see that is what we have. So I can rotate so that we are able to see how these has behaved. See that. So that is how linear behaves on the 3D shapes. Then we can as well just adjust the angle like that. But the interesting part is actually the radial gradient. So I'm going to have the greenish color at the top. Actually, the one that we've used here, it's 00F597. So you can just pick the hex code here, then 00F597, if I'm not wrong, like that. Then the blue one, we just turn it to purple, and we make it a bit conk. I don't know if that is the right word. Then we can add another green so that we have several colors, but of course similar to what we have. So you see this is coming out. Then we can just rotate the shape like that, and we can as well just scale it down. See what is coming out. Then I can just do the Control D to create several copies or duplicate several copies of that. And let me delete at least. Okay, let me just bring it back. That. So apart from this, let's add another shape. This time around, I'll add a sphere. So for the sphere, it has the same features as the torus in terms of coloring and lighting. So I'm just going to reduce the metalness and increase the roughness. Then I'm going to adjust the fill or the color to, of course, the green. And I'm going to use the radial. And then let's have strong purple. Like that. Let's have a green. And it should be a strong one as well. Then let's also rotate this shape so that we are able to see the other side. And we can as well just scale it down and put it there. The other shape that we can add here is a blob, soft blob, looks like a heart, like that. And I'm just going to edit the colors. So I'll start with the green. I love this color. It's not exactly green. I'm not so good with the color names. I'm just a developer. I'm not a graphic designer. So I'm going to choose the purple. And of course, it's radial gradient, then I'll adjust this back to just greenish like that and make it conk, then make it more rough. Then I'll just scroll down and do some rotation. Just bring it down like that. And you see the wallpaper that I have created here. Very nice. I love what I have created, even though it's not exactly the same that as what we had here. So what I can do is just to add a duplicate circle, take it to the top. What else? The torus, I'll also duplicate it and just adjust the rotation randomly. You can have one that looks like that. And we can also rotate this one maybe like that. We can as well just randomly rotate this and rotate the Y, I mean the X, not the X but the Z. Just trying to replicate what we have here. This is actually supposed to rotate like that. Let me just take this to the other screen so that I'm able to copy and do that in real time. So this rotates along the X that way, then the Y little. Then we have this one rotating all the way and just move it there. I'm going to adjust this purple towards the red little bit like that. Then we have this one just below this other torus, and I'm going to rotate it the X all the way like that and just drag it below here. Then I'm also going to rotate this. Then I'll rotate it along the Z as well and just drag it there. This one, I'll just rotate it like that. Yeah, it's very close. Very close. Like that. So this is what we have as a blueprint. And this is our final product. So I'm happy with my design. I just want to download it. So I'll go to download. So I have an option to have different resolutions. The lowest is 1. I can drag it to 100 and multiply it by 3. And this is going to apply on the JPEG so that if you're going to zoom so much on your picture, it doesn't lose a lot of sharpness. So let's do the JPEG, and that is going to download that. So I'll open that and see this is how the shape looks like. So see how much I have just scaled this. So I love these designs so much. I've even used them in as a screensaver. See that? But even though this is using a different coloring. Anyway, so let me go back to my workspace. So even if I refresh this page, it's going to load back the 3D shapes. So they're a bit heavy. That's why you see it lags on loading them. Then if I want to rename this, I can just call it a design 1 or any name that I want. So let me call it design 1. Then if I click on outside that editing path, it's automatically going to update that, and this is my design. So in future, if I want to edit, I'll just click and it's going to load the design back. So this is just a glimpse of what you can do with this software. There are many other things you can do. You can upload an image and edit that image. You can as well do the text. You can as well do the Boolean effects. You can have custom shapes like organic shapes. So I'll stop there for now, but I'm working on a comprehensive video that is going to touch every aspect of what I have created already. So you can just sign up. It's free, completely free, at least for now, and play around with it and give me your feedback on any part that you think I should adjust or the changes that I need to make. Even in future, if I'll decide to make it a paid app, then it's going to be very cheap, maybe $1 per month, just to help me to, of course, fund the infrastructure for hosting the website. Because if the number of the users is going to increase, then I need also the resources to be able to serve those users in terms of hosting specifically. So thank you for taking your time to watch this video. See you in the next one. Goodbye.